That's your fun spot. All right, welcome everybody. Take a deep breath in and just drink in this beautiful day, this beautiful space. Take another deep breath in and soak up this vast blue sky. Feel a sense of spaciousness in your day, in your heart. It may have been hard to get here. Your schedule might not be feeling spacious, but for this hour and a half you're here, let all that go and let this spaciousness sink into every cell in your body, reminding you that there is always time, always time. And take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, feel as if the earth beneath you is rising up to meet you, to hold you and support you in this space and in your practice today. And just hear the sounds around you, letting yourself settle. The mixture of man-made sounds and nature, everything perfect in this moment. A space for self-care, a sacred space that you've carved out for yourself today. And then I invite you to bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly as you feel yourself breathing, as you feel the sun shining, having a sense of sort of tuning into a centeredness within you, just with curiosity, exploring and finding and seeing where that place is within you that is always centered, present. It is there. It's just us that get distracted from it. And today in our practice, we're going to focus on balance. So those of you who are with me Wednesday, we are going to do a similar but different practice to that. And Wayne Dyer, the psychologist who's no longer with us, beautiful psychologist and spiritual teacher, said of balance that it's not about trying to find a new strategy for your life or rearranging your life, but rather it's about aligning all your thoughts so that that which you desire in your life is balanced with how you're showing up each day. And so thinking about all those things, or perhaps there's one particular thing that you're really hoping for, striving for, working towards in your life. And we find balance when we hold a space to have that, but also to notice how we're showing up each day in the choices we're making, in how to be and what to do. And are those aligned with that desire? And so we're going to work with some physical practices for balance, but also just feeling ourselves in this moment and how we choose to be and show up, and balancing that space of focus and determination, of activity and action, and letting go and letting be and just flowing with what is. And so choose an intention for your practice today. How you choose to be and show up on your mat today. And repeat that as an affirmation. Repeat it 3 times and hold it in your heart and hold it in that space of centeredness within you. And then release the hands, take them to the sky. Breathe out and just hold this space like a chalice, funneling in this spaciousness and light down the arms to your heart space, down through your body and into the earth below. And then breathing in again. And breathe out, turn the palms down and let the arms float down. And so we're going to come to standing and get activated. For our new people, we activate, we do an energy block release, we do our yoga, and then we do a deep relaxation and meditation. So I've chosen today to inspire us in our balance, someone who's going to talk about not getting hung up on things, the gorgeous goddess Madonna. Slowly, time goes by. All right. So let's just start with our head. Loosing up through the throat. This is our Vishuddhi chakra, where we express ourselves. We find our authenticity. I mean, 2 little beats to each side. You start to feel your feet coming in there. Loosening up the neck, loosening up your expressiveness for today. And a little bit more movement through the body as you're looking side to side. Get some energy flowing through the limbs. Beautiful. Really take the arms forward and the feet forward. Beautiful. And so bring just one knee up. Let's get into that hip. And the other one. Taking it steady if you need to today. Each side. Take the arms right across. Feel a bit of a twist. Good. And then we're going to do her little 70s move coming across. And give it a little shake. And across the other way. Step it over. Little bit of right-left coordination. Take it out. Beautiful. Let's come back into the hips. So this time, kick it out. Get a bit of hamstring in there. Other side. And then side to side. Feel that twist across his spine as well, not just the kick. Take the arms high and over. And across the heart. Look behind if you can. And down to the earth. All right, we've got our little move here. Going across. And shake it out. Going the other way. Take some coordination. Shake out your hips. Beautiful. Take the legs wider. Shimmy side to side. Get your shoulders moving. Come forward and over, a little bit wider with the legs. And just starting to sway. So we want to get down into our hips here. Feel some warmth happening here. Take your shoulders with you. And I want you to imagine that there's this big bubble around you of time. And we're pressing against the edges of that. So just explore your bubble all around. Feel into the edges. Get creative with your arms. Feel that bubble on the ground around you. And then get your little feet in there. Go side to side. Stepping closer together. Get your shoulders in there. Let's get a little 70s groove on. And the other way. Shimmy. If you watch her film clip, God, she looks amazing. And she's like our age. She looks unbelievable. Woo, well done. Give everything a little shake. So we're letting go of what we're hung up on. I'm just being, I miss that. You are, babe. We're all the same age here. So warmed up. Now let's get some energy block release in. So we're going to do energy block release 3. So feel the ground beneath your feet. I did my plunge this morning, so I'm feeling quite invigorated. It was cold. It was actually the coldest getting to the pool. My feet were numb going across the grass. Once you get in, you're pretty good. All right, feet are in the grass. Just feel the grass beneath you. Bring your hands to your heart. Have a sense of what your heart desires. But just hold that kind of loosely today, just an awareness, a curiosity, because you're present here in this moment. And with the sky above you and the earth below, this is a sacred moment. Breathe in and take the arms high, palms to the sky, soaking in this day. Breathe out, follow your left hand around, bend your knees. Breathe in, take the arm up. The out breath takes your right hand down. Follow it if you can with your head. Bend right down towards the earth. Breathe in, rise up. So we have this sort of windmill action happening. And all the movements in Energy Block Release 3 are centered around your heart. They're the great heart opener. So when we look at what it is we desire in our life, we're wanting it to align with that which is highest for ourselves and highest for all concerned. And so we check in with our heart. So we're just clearing all the nadis around our heart. One more time each side. Use the breath. Follow the breath. Slower or faster, whatever feels good to you. And then we all meet with the palms facing up, soaking in the sun again. And with an out breath, let the hands float down in front of you. If you ever need to just give them a shake and let them rest, please do. Turn the left palm to face you. Breathe in, knees are soft. Twist open, look behind. Oh, hello. That's heart opening. Come back to center. Right palm to face you. Beautiful. I swear they show off each time we come. Oh, lovely. So energetically, we're opening each new page of our life book, new chapters, new experiences, new dramas, all that we're learning from in each page. One more time each side. Opening to life. Hello. Breathe into the heart now, Anahata breath. And breathe out from the heart. And we're going to come back to this breath later in our sequence as we do Anahata Namaskara with a few variations. I want you to feel that there's a balance here between the in-breath and the out-breath in your awareness. So you're noticing what's here. But the out-breath can be longer. And you're clearing. Really focusing on a clearing with each out-breath. What does your heart need space for? Clear that space. Last time, breathe into the heart. Breathe out, elbows float down. And then have a sense of expanding the space around your heart as you breathe in, and then coming back to center. How we talked about there is a place within you. There is always centered and completely aligned with you and your highest. And we just get distracted from it with all these shiny things to pursue in life. All this social media telling us what we should wear and how we should be. It gets distracting. Bring it back to center with the out breath and feel your heart expanding into the space a little bit more with each in breath. Full expression. Now take the arms wide and feel the heart open. And then breathe out back to center and a little bit closer in with each breath now. And then coming back into the heart space. Pause there a moment and just feel the energy of your heart as you breathe in and take the left palm to the sky and the right palm down to the earth. Breathe out back to center, holding this heart space in your awareness. Right palm to the sky, left palm to the earth. And back to center. Breathe in, extend. Feel grounded through the bottom hand, connected to your everyday life, to the earth, to stability. And feel your ability to soar, to extend yourself, to dream with the upper hand. Finding that balance through your heart in the center. Back to the heart. Now bringing the two sides of you together, the yin, the yang, heels of hands touching, palms, base of the fingers, fingertips. Feeling a completeness. Who you are is already whole and complete and perfect, just as you are today. Breathe here. And then take a step back with your left leg. Coming into a triangle position with the legs. And see in front of you as like a goal, like a target, that goal you have, that desire. And we come into archer pose. As you take the left hand back, draw back on a bowstring. See that goal, that target, and breathe out. Let your arrow fly to it. Breathe in. Really draw that left elbow back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Strength here. Breathe out. Let go. Breathing in. Press the legs away. Keep them active and strong. Step forward. Take the arms high. Breathe out. Arms come down and step the right leg back. If at any time you're keeping being steady today, you keep the legs closer together when we come apart. See your goal. Focused. Present. Breathe in. Draw back the bowstring. Give it some gravitas. Feel there's actually some weight in it. Breathe in. Breathe in. Step forward. Stretch to the sky. Breathe out. Forward fold. Just pause here a moment. Have a little sway side to side. That balance between striving for and just letting be. Being with. appreciating what's here in this moment. The grass beneath you, the birds singing, and then taking the left leg back, coming down into a low lunge. We're going to give some energy to that goal now. So your right hand's resting on the knee. The left arm comes behind on a diagonal. If you prefer to do this standing high, please feel free. Breathe in and gather up that golden light of the sun into the palm of your hand. And as you breathe out, shoot it forward with energy. Let it come down. Breathe in, gather. Breathe out. One more time. Breathing in. And then the hands come down, tuck the back toes, come into a downward dog position and just stretch through the hands, the bottom to the sky, shoulders opening, pedaling the heels. We're still warming up. And then take that left leg forward, right knee down. Again, if you'd prefer to do this standing tall, please feel free. So your left hand's resting on your knee, your right hand's coming down behind and up. Breathe in and gather. Breathe out slow. Breathe in, reach behind, have some strength in it. Breathing in. And down. So the hands are on the ground, tuck the back toes. Downward dog. Press through the hands. Lift the sit bones to the sky. Press one heel down and the other. Find some flow. Find some joy. Be a happy, welcoming, wag your tail dog. And then walking your feet in towards your hands. Finding yourself once again in a forward fold. Turn your toes to face the left. And just a little sway side to side here. Knees are a little bit soft, but the head is relaxed. Say yes, yes to life. Turn the toes to the right. Sway on this side. You can already feel there's a little bit of a balance happening to enable this movement, especially this sway. But don't lock the knees. Don't be tempted to lock the knees. Instead, find balance through the toes and the feet. Then coming back to center. Feet hip width apart. Bend the knees. Uncurl your spine. Lift the arms to the sky. Palms are facing upward. Gathering in the joy and gratitude for what is here right now. Let that fill your heart. And then turn the palms to face the crown of the head. Beaming joy and gratitude for your interconnectedness to everyone here and all beings. Let the hands slowly come down now. Keep those shoulders in their sockets. The palms of the hands beaming golden light to the forehead. Ajna center. Joy and gratitude for your amazing intellect and your intuition. Down to the mouth and throat. Golden light beaming into Vishuddhi. Joy and gratitude for your ability to create your life and express who you are. Down to the heart, which is just pure joy and gratitude. Down to your solar plexus. Joy and gratitude for all the unique strengths you bring into life. Down to your hips, Svadhisthana. Gratitude for all that you can savor and enjoy in life, the juiciness of life. And then down to Muladhara at the base, opening the hands and letting them face forward, standing in Tadasana, joy and gratitude for the feel of your feet on the earth, the strength in your body, and the health that you have today. The fact that you're here and doing this means there's more right in your world than wrong right now. Breathe it in. And we'll come straight from here into Anahata Namaskara. So I invite you to breathe in, take the arms high, and sink the hips down into chair pose. In Dru, we call this chair of the heart. So feel this strength behind the shoulder blades in your heart. Get the glutes activated. Squeeze them together. Breathe in. Open the arms wide. Stay low. And we come together into a lotus mudra in front of the heart. Just check your knees are tracking over the second toes. The feet are forward. And place inside your lotus some goal, some desire in your life. Just place it inside there. And then breathing in, rise up, take that up to the sky, offer it. Let your lotus blossom. And then index fingers and thumbs touching in the Gyan Mudra. Take a golden thread of this desire from out of the middle of the lotus. Open your arms wide and feel that you're weaving that into who you are right now. Into your life as it is right now. And then breathe up to the heart. And breathe out as if you're clearing obstacles. Back to Anahata breath. Clearing obstacles. Focus on the out breath. Make it a little bit stronger this time. So as you breathe in, elbows stay high and really squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then a real release obstacles. Squeeze and let it go. Squeeze elbows like you're trying to touch them behind. Last one. Clear. And then step the left leg back. If you're feeling warmed up and want to go a little bit wider, we're coming down into a warrior this time. So a couple of times bend and straighten. Check in with that knee. It's tracking over that second toe. Press the feet away from each other and keep this left hip open. So squeeze the left glute to make that possible. Should be this nice openness through there. And then have your hands here for a second, feeling that openness. Lift your heart. Draw your shoulders back and down. Beautiful. And then take the right arm up. Once again, like we did with Archer. This time take the left hand out in front. Turn the palm to the back and bring it around behind your low back. And you're going to breathe in and just gently kind of straighten a little bit and breathe out. Give some force and strength to that which you desire. See a golden light from Manipur, your solar plexus, fueling your actions, your intention for today, and really squeeze that left glute. As you see if you can sink a little bit deeper without losing the alignment through that right knee and the pressing of the feet away and the opening of that left hip. One more. Strong, and then hold. I am strong and focused on my goal and present to what is here today. And then release that back hand, straighten the front leg, bring the arms down, just kind of a little sway side to side for the back, and then take the arms high, stretch forward, come down into a triangle, breathe in, rise all the way up and reverse it. Breathe in, stretch forward and over, breathe out down to triangle, breathe in, reverse it. Are they coming in? Oh, I love it. Beautiful. That's so lovely. Anna might be able to send it to all of us. And flowing. Really press the legs away. Oh, gorgeous. And just hold here in triangle for a moment. Appreciating the beauty around us. The three sides of the triangle representing that which you desire, that which is here, and that which is in the highest for everyone, yourself and all concerned. Breathe. And then breathe in, rise up. Be beautiful. Step that back leg forward. Stretch to the sky. Breathe out. Feet are hip width apart. Bring your wrists together as we do Shiva Shakti. mudras. So you're just going to kind of curl your wrists around each other. Keep the insides touching as you make a twist here. Shiva Shakti. Oh, I love it. I don't have my bread this week. I had last week. So representing this energy of clearing obstacles and creating. So the destroyer in a good way and the creator. Twisting, looking over your shoulders, over your back. Find that twist through your spine. Get low through your hips. Come down as low as it feels good. Stay as high as you need to, and then slowly come back up. Lovely. And then take the arms wide and step that right leg back into our warrior on this side. So you keep it easier by keeping the legs closer together. Bend into that left knee. Find you're tracking over that second toe. Press the feet away from each other. Squeeze that right glute. Open through the hips. Open wide here. Put the hands there and then draw the shoulders back and down. Sink a bit lower. Lift through the crown of the head. And then the left arm floats up. The right arm in front of you, and then palm turns behind, float behind. Breathe in. Breathe out, sink a bit deeper, press the feet away. So the sinking deeper is not just leaning in towards that front leg. It's pressing into both legs, pressing them apart. Breathe in. We can set intentions, but the tricky part is controlling where our attention goes each day. See yourself paying attention to what is here and who you are. Breathe in, one more, and then pause and hold. I know who I am, who I choose to be. And I show up as that person each day. Sink a bit deeper if you can. And then breathe in, take the arms up. Just a little wiggle with the hips and the arms. And then stretch through the fingertips, really reach through the left fingertips. Come down into triangle. You could just stay at knee level if you want, or all the way down to the ankle. Take the right arm to the sky. Breathe in, reverse it. Breathe out, arms open. Breathe in, stretch. And breathe out, settle into your triangle. Breathe in, reverse it. Press through your feet. Breathe out, arms settle. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, triangle. Breathe in, last one, reverse, open. Breathe out, arms settle. Breathe in, extend. Press through the feet. And then hold here in triangle. Or if it felt better to flow, then feel free to flow. While you're here, you're pressing your feet away. You're pressing your fingertips away from each other. You feel your heart space engaged behind the heart. Chest is open, either looking down or forward or up. What feels good for your neck, feeling balanced in who you are, what you want, and the highest of all concerned. And then breathing and rising up. Step the feet forward, back to Shiva Shakti. Clear and create. Find the twist. Let the feet flow. Have a play with your feet. Does it feel good to have them riding close together or a little bit apart? Notice how that feels different through your hips. Maybe wide apart. How does that feel with your hips? And then you choose what feels good for you. I like it wide, I think. And flow with that Shiva Shakti dance, looking side to side, feeling the twist, getting low if you can now. Right down wherever the feet are, you choose, and then back up. Feel the strength in your legs, more than you think you had. Arms overhead. And breathe out, arms come down. And then your weight comes over the right leg. We're going to come into the balance flow we did yesterday. So for those of you who did that yesterday. So you're going to start by, coming up onto your toes. Little ballerina steps on the earth. Feel the strength in your lower legs. So what the research on being balanced and avoiding injuries and falls is that it matters what your toes are doing. So really feel them engaged. You can feel how that brings in all these muscles through your lower leg, and these are important. Breathe out, come down into chair pose again. Arms come high. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come into tree with the left leg rising. So what else the research is telling us is that it's not holding these static balance poses, it's our transitions and our movement from one to the next. So you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, step behind you and take the arms forward as a counterbalance. Breathe in, come back to tree. Breathe out, step behind. Breathe in, back to tree. So really pay attention to that transition. Breathe out. Do it with awareness. Breathe in, back to tree. This time as you breathe out, take the hands down and we'll come to the other side. So ballerina steps first. Reach for the sky. Feel like you're trying to climb a ladder. So let's open up our ribs while we're here. Walking with grace of a ballerina on the earth. And then with an out breath, swing all the way around down into chair. Give the hips a little wiggle, settle into your chair. See if you can settle a bit deeper, press some weight into the heels. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, we're going to rise up into tree on the right leg. Well, the right leg up. Breathe. Out breath, step behind. Breathe in, back to tree. Out breath behind. Breathe in. And behind. Breathe in, back to tree. Hold for a moment. Just pay attention to your toes there. Your left toes. Give them a little wiggle. Scrunch the ground. Engage them. Feel how they can be active and strong in this. And then also feel how they can be relaxed as well. And then breathe in. Breathe out back to Tadasana. Arms come high. Forward fold. And sway side to side. And so we're going to take it another level now, but we need our hamstrings to help us out here. So give your hamstrings a little tap, a little massage. Hamstrings can be notoriously tight from our lifestyle and other factors. Tap into your glutes. Good. And then bring your hands to the earth. We also need our inner thighs a bit loose. So jump or walk your legs to wide leg forward fold. Go far out as you can go comfortably, but still press the pinky toes down. And then relax yourself forward. Have the knees slightly soft. You don't want them locked. It's easy to lock them in this wide leg forward fold. So have a little bit of slight bend in them. And then either sway side to side if you're high up and you want to. Or just with each out breath, let your upper body come down towards the earth using your lower abdominals to help create that. Let gravity draw you down. Just let time give a little bit of love to your inner thighs here. Make sure you can feel some stretch there. Beautiful. And then bring the legs back together about shoulder width. So either hop or walk them in. Come down onto all fours. And then take the knees as wide as you comfortably can. We're still working with our inner thighs here. And you want the lower legs to be parallel to each other. So you don't want your heels coming together. And you want your feet flexed. So you've got those turned out. Beautiful. And then you're going to, depending on your flexibility in your inner thighs, either come down onto your elbows or stay on your hands and just give a little wiggle. You might find you can work your knees down a little bit further. And then bring yourself forward and back by pressing into your elbows until you feel that sweet spot of stretch, which will probably be somewhere around where your hips are in line with your knees. You can see how you can ease the stretch by coming a bit further forward, and you can increase the stretch by coming a bit further back. And so just play here. This is Bakasana, the frog pose. Keep it where it feels okay for you. So you don't want to hit your edge and topple over and pull a muscle. You just want to find a little sweet spot where you're going, oh yeah, I can feel that. I can feel some release, and then breathe into it. And one way to know that you're not sitting too close to your edge is that your rest of your body can be loose. So shoulders are soft, face is soft, your breathing is easy. If you can't do that, then you might be too close to your edge. Lovely. And then walk your hands back towards you. Now bring your heels together and then your big toes together and sit back into lion's pose. This is Simhasana. Beautiful. Breathe in and take the shoulders back and look up. Breathe out. Relax. Now, if you want to add some wrists into here, you're going to have your fingers facing towards your body, pressing into the heels of your hands, so get some stretch through your wrists and forearms. Breathe in, press into the heels of your hands, stick your butt out like a cat. Breathe out, kind of relax a bit into it. And then if we want to do a bit of clearing of Vishuddhi, our chakra of authenticity, and being able to express with integrity who you are, we're going to bring a mudra in with our mouth. So you're going to breathe in, look up, breathe out, stick the tongue out. Ah. Breathe in, relax, tuck the chin in. Breathe out. Ah. I want to hear lions. You guys don't have to sound like lions. Let's release the throat. Ah. It's supposed to be a roar. There we go. I love it. Breathe out. Breathe it. Oh, sorry, breathe in and then ah. Free it. Let it go. This is a safe space. Last one. Ah. And then bring the hands forward. Tuck your back toes. Rise up into a forward fold. Give the legs a little shake. Bring them closer together and just press one heel down and then the other, just easy. Beautiful. And then walk your feet back in towards your hands. Uncurl and roll yourself up. Just feel into those thighs, and let's take our balance a bit further. So we start again, ballerina. Breathe out, chair. Breathe in, and tree. Left leg up. Breathe in, scrunch those toes. Breathe out, leg behind. Breathe in, back to tree. Hold here, and you're going to bring that left knee forward. Hang on to it with your left hand. Take the right hand out as a counterbalance. And you're either going to stay here, which is totally fine, or if you want to, take it out to the side. Look at a spot that's not moving. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to step behind like we did after tree. Lovely. Breathe in, come back to tree. Woo. I'm looking around. And hold. And then you're going to bring that knee forward again. Now, if that was really easy and you know you've got some hamstring flexibility, this time you're going to, I'm in a bad spot there. You're going to hold on to your big toe or your inner arch. Make sure you can stand up straight. Or just keep it to the knee. Or keep it tree. Straighten as much as you can without collapsing your chest. So even if that means the leg's a little bit bent, the other hand as counterbalance is helpful. And then if you can, opening out to the side. And then we're going to breathe in, and from here, transition into leg behind. Breathe out, leg comes behind. Back to tree. And down. Give everything a little shake. Ballerina, lift to the sky. Breathe out, chair. Breathe in, extend through the fingers. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Breathe out, right leg lifts for tree. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, step behind. Breathe in, tree. Pause here now. Knee comes forward. Left arm out as a counterbalance. Hang on to your knee. Stay here or take it out to the side. Breathe in. And with grace, we're going to step behind. Love those transitions. Feel how that works with your left foot. And then back to tree. Resting if you need to. We're going to come into full hand to big toe pose here. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Lovely word. If you like, so taking your big toe or your inner arch. Other arm's your counterbalance. Taking that leg forward just until your hamstrings say no or your body starts to collapse. And then if you like, take it out to the side. Hold. Breathe in. And on your out breath, with control, take it behind. Back to tree with your in breath. Out breath down. Take the legs wide. Flow forward. We're going to do it one more time. You better or worse? You knew what you were in for. Give the legs a shake. Take the left arm to the sky. Breathe out. Right arm to the sky. Breathe out. Left arm. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs again. And out. Right arm. And out. Walk or hop the feet back together and come down onto your mat, onto your bottom. We're just going to do a little bit more with our hammies before we come back into that flow again. So have the the right leg forward, the left foot tucked in. Pull your butt muscles out of the way so you can feel your sit bones. Take the arms high. Press that right heel down into the ground. That's important, protecting your hammies, and flow down. Breathe in, flow up just to the heart space. It's like that Anahata breath now. Breathe out from the heart, down the leg. Taking in what you need. Letting go. Think of some place in your body where you hold tension, where you know when you get stressed, you start to feel it there. And see if you can imagine releasing from there through this movement. Three more breaths on this side. Into the heart and out and down the leg. Keep that right heel active, pressing down into the earth, especially if you've ever had a hamstring injury. Just protects that attachment. Lovely. And then pause there, just flow forward, just let yourself stay there. Lift your kneecap towards the hip. Give a little wiggle through the knee. If you want, you can rub your hamstring if you know you have really tight hammies. Lovely. And then let's change leg. Actually, before you do, stay there. Taking your left arm, yep, and take it over towards your toes. Do a side bend, just because it feels good. Lovely. Pause there a moment and try to pivot your heart towards the sky. Lovely. Breathe and come back up. And let's change legs. So bring your left leg forward, right one tucks in. Give a little wiggle to that left knee. Settle it into place. Press that left heel down. Get your butt bones or your butt muscles out of the way so you can feel your sit bones. Breathe in. Lift to the sky. Breathe out. Bye, darling. Take care. Flow forward. Breathe in. And out. Anahata breath. Find another part of your body where you hold tension. See if you can offer this to that part of your body. Breathe out. Bring some heart-based love and care, stress relief. And then just pause there. If this is a nice opportunity to give some love to that left leg, then feel free. The hammy, the hip, the ankles, the toes, a little self-massage. Feel that right knee pressing down, opening into that right hip. Flex and point the toes of the left foot. Squeeze and release your kneecap. And then rise up, take that right arm back behind and over and into a side bend. Try to pivot the heart open towards the sky. Breathe. Feel the ribs opening. And then breathe in. Arm comes up. Swing that leg around. Come back into your forward fold. And then breathe in. Rise up all the way up to ballerina. And we're just going to string all that together. Just one more flow through your balance. Breathe out. Chair. Breathe in, sink and extend. Breathe out, left leg comes up. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, step behind. Breathe in, back to tree. Breathe out, knee comes forward. You choose whether you're going to hold the knee or the foot. Other hands, you counterbalance. Breathe in, take it forward. And out to the side as you breathe out. One more breath in. And take it behind. One more little variation here. As we come back, we're going to swing that left leg all the way around into eagle. So it's going to look like this. So either have your left toes touching the ground, as I needed to do, or wrap them round and pause a moment in this variation of eagle. We're not doing the arms today. And pause. Eagle is focus and power and clarity. Open that lotus at your heart again. There's your intention. Take it overhead. Draw the golden thread out of the center and spread your eagle wings wide, weaving this intention through your life. Then breathe in. You're going to release the leg. Take the arms and leg high. And breathe out. Come down. Only one more and then we're nearly done. Ballerina feet. Swing down to chair. Breathe in. Sink the bottom. Extend the top fingertips. Breathe out. Right leg comes up. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Step the right leg back. Breathe in. Back to tree. Breathe out. Knee comes forward. You choose whether you're going to hold your foot, your toe, your knee. Breathe in, extend it. Breathe out, take it to the side. Breathe in. And on your out breath, take behind. I slipped. And remember, we're going to come all the way around into eagle. So as you rise up, you're going to bring that leg around, either to touch the ground or to wrap around your ankle. Hands come together. Open your lotus. There's your intention, your goal, your desire. Take it overhead. Gyan Mudra, take a golden thread from the center. Open it wide. Weave it through your life. Then legs and arms come high. And down. Well done. Beautiful. Everything is shaped. Then you're going to come down onto low lunge with your left leg back. Do a last little clearing. Nearly ready for relaxation. So you're going to breathe in and cross your wrists. And breathe out, clap overhead. Removing obstacles. Make sure you've got a stretch into that left hip. So if you don't, take that knee further back. We're looking for a stretch through our hip flexor here. So important. Breathe in. Breathe out, clear. Clearing space. Breathe in. Breathe out, clear. Bring the hands down. Come back into child's pose. If child's is not good for any part of your body, you could do cat instead. Cat, cow. And then rising up, bringing that left leg forward, right knee is back. Make sure you've got some stretch into that hip flexor. Breathe in as you cross your wrists. Breathe out. Removing obstacles. We don't even know what they are, but we're going to sail past them. Nothing is an obstacle, just another step on the path. And then hands come down, back into your child's pose, either extended or arms back, you choose. 3 breaths here, a little sway side to side through your hips. Oh, Jane, you're going to miss the best part. There was no sign. And then rise up on your knees. And if this doesn't feel good for your knees, we're going to do camel, then you can do it standing. Okay? So tuck your toes under, draw your shoulder blades together a few times. Sink your sacrum down towards the earth as you squeeze your buttocks and make sure your hips are aligned over your knees. And then bring one hand and the other to your low back. Squeeze the elbows together and lift the heart. This isn't a back bend. Well, it is a back bend, but it's an upper back bend, not a lower back bend at this stage. And then breathe out, sink back down into child's. Breathe in, we rise back to camel. So repeating what you just did, or if you want to take it to full camel, squeeze your glutes, take your left arm high, bring it around behind to the top of your heel, right arm high to the top of your heel. If this is too strong, stay with where we were before. Squeeze the glutes, lift your heart to the sky, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Camel gives us the energy and stamina we need each day to show up and be true to ourselves, which is not always easy. And then breathe out back to child. You can feel this wringing out of our backs, our low backs, opening and closing, flexing and extending. A little sway side to side if that feels good. And then from here, just sitting up. So this is Vajrasana. If you can, either just sitting on your feet. This is really good for your shins. Or you can tuck them right next to you, like they call it the W sit, but not have your feet out to the side. Vajrasana, the thunderbolt or diamond pose. If it's too strong, just keep yourself higher. It doesn't matter. So we want a little stretch through these quads and knees, keeping them strong. And so once again, we take our little lotus mudra. Place our intention there. And then you're going to press into the tops of your feet to rise up and take that with you all the way to the sky. Breathe out, sink back down. We allow things to blossom and bloom in their own time. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Stay there now. Once again, take that thread and open wide. Bringing the thumbs together, palms facing forward. Pralamba Mudra. Honoring and respecting who you are and where you are right now. You are radiant and whole. You are enough, just as you are. And then bring the hands to the heart in Namaste. And just bringing the forehead down to the tips of the fingers. Honoring that which is in all of us. And then breathing in, take the arms high. Breathe out. Open wide. It's time for deep relaxation. Well done. So come down onto your mats. If you've got shade on you now and you'd rather be in the sun, feel free to seek sun. As you come down onto your mat, tune into your low back and into your whole body. And if there's something I haven't done for you that you need to do before you settle, feel free. A pose, a twist. If you want to do inversions, I haven't really left time today. Feel free to begin with legs in the air if that just gives you joy. But otherwise, when you feel ready, settling into Shavasana. And we've put all this energy into our hopes and desires. Now we're just going to rest in the beauty of what is here. There you go. You still got your Queenslander body on. And so as you're settling, let's begin to focus on your out-breath. First, just listening to the sounds around you. Some nicer than others, but all bringing us into presence. And take a deep breath in and sigh it out. This time as you take a deep breath in, tighten up every muscle you can find in your body. Hold yourself stiff as a board and then get floppy with your out breath. And then breathe in, squeeze every muscle you can find, make yourself stiff, hold, and then let it go. And just have a sense of what you can feel against your skin right now. The warmth of the sun. Things are always perfectly timed. We enjoy that about life. It reminds me, I know I've told you this story though about before about the monastery and the student who's trying so desperately to be good at meditation. And at the monastery, there's this rooster that cock-a-doodle-doos right next to him outside the window as they're in practice every day. And he complains about it to the head of the monastery, saying, you know, this is really not helping my practice. Can somebody do something about that rooster? And the head of the monastery says, yep, you're going to sit next to that rooster all day long in your meditation practice. That is your practice. That is your task. And so rather than resisting what is here, we sink into it, as Eckhart Tolle says, as if we had chosen it. And feel a layer of tension ease when we do that. We know life brings us challenges, but we add extra layers of tension when we resist and judge and fight against. Sometimes the strongest thing to do is to just flow. And so I invite you for this next part, as you lay here, to actually tune into just one sound or sensation, something you're noticing with your senses. And let that be the focus of your attention. Might be a bird song, or that little trickle of water behind us. It could be the engine over there. Or it could be the feel of the sun on a certain part of your body. And let yourself really savor that as we practice. And as you feel into that, what sort of name would you give it? For the feeling that it gives you. And just notice that. And what sort of thoughts arise as you notice and feel and sense and accept. Not letting the thoughts take you off on a thought train, but just aware of the thoughts they evoke in you. And then taking your awareness down to your toes. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, breathe down to your toes and repeat silently in your mind the Bija Mantra of your heart, which is yum, like yummy. Heart-focused awareness to your toes. Then aware of your feet, the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, your heels, your ankles. And with your next out breath, breathing yum down to your feet, through your feet. And then being aware of your calf muscles and your shins, your knees, the muscles in your thighs, both of your legs from your hips down to your toes, and with your next out breath, yum, the flow of the sound of the heart down your legs. Aware of your pelvis, the bowl of your pelvis, your hips, your buttocks, the lower abdominals as they flow into the pelvis and the lower back. And with your next out breath, yum, vibrating through the bowl of your pelvis. Picture the bowl of your pelvis like a meditation bowl that vibrates a beautiful tone of yum. Awareness coming to your abdomen, the upper abdomen, the lower abdomen, your belly button. Aware of your waist, the side of your body. Aware of the back, behind the abdomen, the low back, and coming into the middle back. Breathing in. And with your next out breath, yum, echoing through the cavern of your abdomen and through all the organs within, through all your lower vertebrae. Aware of your chest, your rib cage, your upper back, your shoulder blades. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, yum, echoing through the heart space, through the rib cage, through your heart and lungs, through all the vertebra of your upper back. Aware of your shoulders, of your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your fingers and hands and the backs of your hands. And with your next out breath, yum, dripping down your shoulders and down your arms to your fingers. The sound, yum, the sound of the heart chakra held there in the bowl of the palms of your hands, holding sacred heart energy there. Aware of your throat and neck, of the base of your skull, of your mouth and tongue and jaw, this whole area of expression. Breathing, and on your out breath, yum, echoing through your throat and neck, the heart energy infusing all your words, all your expression. Aware of your head, the space around your brain, the brain itself, the eyes, the space behind the eyes, your ears, and deep in your ears. Breathing, and with your out breath, yum. Heart energy flowing through your mind, through your thoughts, flowing to your eyes, giving you heart-colored glasses from which to view the world, your world, and yourself. Aware of the whole of your body, the whole of your body, the whole of your body, resting here on the earth, beneath the sky, breathing, and with each out breath, yum, flowing down through your body, reverberating and resonating in every cell in your body. The sound of the heart. And then get a sense of this space around you. And breathing, and as you breathe out, yum, feel your heart energy radiating out into this space, out into the world, touching every person who has shared your practice today, into all the living beings here in the park, swans and the cygnets, the men working, all the birds and insects. Breathing and yum, reverberating out into all of young. All of Australia. And all of the universe. And then bringing to mind once again that which you desire in your life. Hold it there in your heart. And picture that lotus at your heart that we worked with in our practice. And that desire is there in the center of the lotus. And then it begins to float out of the center in a little pink bubble. Like a little soap bubble floating out of the center of the lotus and out into the world. Sending your desire out there, floating. And repeating to yourself, this or something better is already manifesting for me in totally harmonious ways for my good and the good of all concerned. This or something better is already manifesting for me in totally harmonious ways for my good and the good of all concerned. This or something better is already manifesting for me in totally harmonious ways for my good and the good of all concerned. I'm just letting that bubble float off, letting go, letting go, letting go. And repeating to yourself, who I am is whole. Who I am is radiant. Who I am is enough. Right now, just as you are. And so taking a deep breath in and out. And beginning to move fingers and toes. Beginning to turn your mind and your body towards reawakening into the day. This sacred space that you've set aside for yourself. Bless you. Slowly and gracefully coming to a close. But the sacred space you've awakened inside yourself, you're going to peel off the mat and take with you. And so have a stretch, have a wiggle, have a move in whatever way feels good. And slowly make your way up to sitting. Taking your time, check in, make sure you haven't left yoga girl laying down. Keep her in your body. And as you come up to sitting, bringing one hand to the heart and one to the belly. Finding that center within you. Maybe it's a little bit easier to feel now. Remember, balance is about aligning that which we desire with who we are showing up as each day. Who do I choose to be? What actions do I choose to take that are aligned with that which is in my heart? And so repeating your intention, or maybe it's changed a bit, maybe insights have arisen. But set an intention or reaffirm an intention to take off your mat with you. And then bringing the hands to the heart. Acknowledge that creative spirit within yourself, within everybody here who practiced with us today, and within all living beings, as we bow and say namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank you. What a beautiful space. Aren't we lucky?